Hi, we'll be doing a tea tasting of Tea by C's Baby Chrysanthemum herbal tea today. So for this tasting, you'll need some boiling water, a teacup, your tea, and then I have a disposable tea bag to brew my tea. You can use something like this or an infuser ball if you have that, a tea press, whatever you use to brew loose leaf tea usually. In terms of quantity, you really don't need much for this tea. What's really cool about baby chrysanthemum is it goes a long way. You really just need a few buds. So, I mean, this container is only half filled. I think I'm gonna use like half of what's in here. So, a quarter of this container. Yeah, really just a few goes a long way. So you can kind of see how many I have in here. Maybe like 10 or so buds. Then I'll pull on the white strings to close this. Plop this in my teacup and pour the hot water over the top. Now for the hot water, usually what I do is I boil the water, and then by the time I sit down and get everything, ready to brew, it takes me a couple minutes, and that usually gets the water at the perfect temperature. You want it like just a little cooler than boiling. And that's perfect. So with an herbal tea like this, you can't really oversteep it. So you can leave it as long as you want. But what I will say is it's usually good after a minute. I mean, this herbal tea is really cool. I'll explain, why in a minute. But one of the things that makes it really unique is you don't need to steep it long. It's not like other herbal teas where you really want to steep it for 2 to 3, 4, sometimes 5 minutes to get flavor out. This is like, it almost acts like a true tea where after, a minute or so, you're good. And another reason why it's really cool is you can steep it multiple times. So you'll notice you can steep it sometimes easily 5, 6 times, and you'll get the same beautiful cup of tea. So you can take this, once I'm done steeping this, which actually looks pretty good, I'm gonna take it out. I can use the same tea bag, once I'm done with this cup, pour some more hot water over the top and enjoy another cup. And I can do that 4 or 5 times. When I'm drinking this tea, I just keep it around the whole day, and I just have, a cup every hour or two. You don't have to drink as much tea as I do, but I love it. It lasts all day. And it's really lovely. The flavor stays really strong. So let's take a sip. Let's see what it tastes like. So baby chrysanthemum is in the same family as chamomile tea. So it'll taste really familiar. I think everyone has had chamomile tea at some point in their lives, even if it's just with a little bit of honey when you're sick. It's a very comforting tea. It's calming. I mean, when I take a sip of this tea, I immediately feel calmer. It's a resilient tea. Just like we talked about, it can last for a long time. You can re-steep it. And the reason why it's kind of resilient and it tastes so lovely is that we're getting the whole bud. So with chamomile tea, if you look inside like a chamomile tea bag, you'll see that they're really just petals. So they've taken chamomile flowers and like chopped them up, taken the petals off. With this, you're actually getting like the whole bud. Let me hold this up so you can really see it. You're getting an entire flower, really. And what that does is it protects the flavor really well in this kind of closed bud. So when you pour water over the top, you're getting everything. It hasn't released anything in the air or during the processing. Like during the processing of the herbal tea, it didn't let anything go. It's still like all the flavors kind of protected in that bud. So you get a really nice cup, and it's a lot more complex and satisfying, in my opinion, than a traditional chamomile tea. So it's a great alternative to that. It's great for kind of like soothing. It's very soothing. So, you know, you have it right before, during a bath, right before you go to bed. It's really nice for that. So yeah, I recommend it. Lovely tea.